Good afternoon to our viewers in Switzerland and good morning to those connecting from across Latin America. My name is Tatiana Gaspar and I am delighted to welcome you in the name of the Latin American Chamber of Commerce in Switzerland to our Volume 2 of our webinar, Innovation Unleashed, celebrating the innovative power of Swiss companies. As I already mentioned during our innovation webinar volume 1 last week, the decision to explore the topic innovation in a joint webinar was taken together with my peers in the Swiss Chambers of Commerce in Latin America some time ago. The idea is to allow their corporate members to highlight their very own innovative edge to a wider community. So today we are featuring Roche, Demeter Nanotechnologies, and hopefully 3Ma. I am pleased and honored to introduce our panelists. With the support of Claudia Kreusler from the Swiss Chamber in Panama, it was possible to ensure the participation of Dr. Gesabel Navarro, Director of Environmental and Research at Demeter Nanotechnologies in Panama. Bienvenida, doctora Navarro. Es un placer.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Your presentation will be about developing sustainable solutions for today's farmers. Thanks to the collaboration of Marie Guanziroli from the Swiss Chamber in Ecuador, we were lucky enough to confirm as our panelist Gonzalo Arias, Business Developer and Healthcare Transformation Head for the Andean Network at Roche. Bienvenido, Gonzalo. Qué gusto.
Thank you, Tatiana. My pleasure.
Your presentation is labeled Innovative Diagnostics for a Better Health. And upon the suggestion of Corinne Schirmer from the Swiss Chamber in Peru, we were able to invite to this panel Rosario Muli, Sales Executive for Latin America, North America, Italy, and Iberia at 3Ma. I would like to wish her a warm welcome, but she still has problems connecting with us today. I hope she will succeed because she has a very important topic, which is secure instant messaging, the cornerstone of a successful cybersecurity strategy. Dear viewers, after each of the presentations, I will ask the panelists the first couple of questions. But of course, this is meant to be an interactive session with Q&A from you. There is time reserved for it at the end. You can write us your questions at any time. Please don't forget to mention to whom they are addressed by writing, for example, the company at the beginning. And now I would like to invite Gonzalo Arias from Roche, Ecuador, to give his presentation first. Go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you, Tatiana. Good morning and good afternoon for everyone. I will share my screen to start my presentation. Let me do that. Perfect. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here with this panel and sharing a topic that for me is very important. I really love to talk about innovation and more with innovation working for something, in this case, for a better health. Then I would like to start talking, if you permit me, let me see how I can pass my presentation. Oh my God, sorry. Yeah. Okay, it's okay. I would like to start with a little introduction about what is Roche in order all we have the same idea and why we are here. And instead of going through this page, I would like to present a short video that summarize all the information that we have here. We are more than 128 years in the market, founded in Basel in 1896. But I will start the video in order to share these thoughts and these facts from Roche, as you know.
Every year, we invest more than 13 billion Swiss francs into research and development, more than any other healthcare company. While we aim to bring solutions to patients faster, it takes many scientists from across the world working together and performing tens of thousands of experiments to respond to the evolving needs of people around the world. So how has Roche been able to have a positive impact on society for more than 125 years? What started out as a small lab in Basel in 1896 has evolved into a global network present in more than 100 countries and with innovation sites across 17 countries. The Roche Group has multiple innovation engines and is the only company combining the research and development of medicine and diagnostic solutions, as well as cutting-edge data and technology capabilities under one roof. As many great ideas are generated outside, we are eager to combine our own expertise with a strong network of industry partners and academic institutions. This setup, combined with our passion for breakthrough science and innovation, the autonomy of our innovation engines to find solutions through diverse approaches, and the strength from our collective experience along the patient journey ideally positions us to address the most complex challenges in healthcare. We are at a pivotal moment in the history of healthcare, with an unprecedented convergence of medical knowledge, technology, and data science. It revolutionizes how we are discovering, developing, and delivering patient care. Trailblazing is in our DNA, with a long history of driving some of the biggest breakthroughs in science and medicine. Our collective experience in biological research, diagnostics, genomic profiling, and data analytics lets us support each step in the patient journey, from prevention to diagnosis to treatment. The story of science at the Roche Group is one of collaboration and excellence, of hope and progress, of a tireless pursuit of a healthier future for everyone. You can be part of this story too.
Innovating diagnostics, shaping healthcare, and changing lives. It is our purpose, and it is why we are every day here working in Roche. As you can imagine, there are a lot of innovation inside of company, and I will bring just one example because of the time and because of the panel, in order to share with you one case of innovation that I think is very interesting and very important for us. This is the case of the pathology lab. Maybe some of you know that the pathology lab is the place where analysis we perform, the people who work there, in order to determine what kind of problems, what kind of diagnostic has the people that suffer cancer, a challenging disease. Then we have a lot of challenges in order to have better diagnostic for cancer patients. What is this challenge? Is that the cancer is a disease that is increasing every time. As you know, every time we have more cases of cancer, and we don't have enough pathologists, that is the clinician specializes in the pathology lab, to bring a complex diagnostic to the patient and to get, of course, the adequate treatment. Then how the innovation can address this big problem that we have? Well, we are proposing one solution, that is the Roche digital pathology. And first time in the traditional pathology lab, a healthcare professional extract piece of tissue from the patient. This tissue is treated in order to be analyzed by the pathologist, and the pathologist uses a microscope to see what is happening in this little piece of tissue. This is a process, obviously very manual, in which the pathologist is a person very important because he or she is the person who is analyzing the sample, and based in his deep knowledge of, for sure, and also in these experiences, the pathologist analyzes, see, check, and give his diagnostic to the team that is working with this patient. What are proposing for improve the situation in the pathology lab is the Roche digital pathology. Once the piece of tissue, the sample, is collected from the patient, we, instead of using the microscope, will scan this piece of sample. And we get a high quality image that is possible not just see through the microscope. If we will be able to see in a big screen, in a very high quality screen as well, that is our solution called Navify Digital Pathology. And also, we can be able not only to check, for example, the image and to focus in some part of this image and to zoom in, zoom out the image and so on, we also be able to use additional algorithms based on artificial intelligence, for example, based in comparing this image with a giant database around the world to bring more information to the pathologists in order to get a better solution, a better diagnostic for this patient. This is the solution that we propose for digital pathology to improve the pathology lab. This is the scanner. We have two sizes of the scanners depending on the size of the lab and the quantity of samples that we need to scan, at the time. Of course, is a system that connects with all the environment of the pathology lab and permits to bring high quality imaging. Scanners specifically designed for healthcare applications. It's not a common and normal scanning that brings a very high quality image that is stored in a cloud, in a system in which it's easy to move, to store, and to see everywhere. This is the kind of image that we can bring. As you can see, this is very, very powerful because we can focus in, focus on, to change colors, to detect some differences, manage different contrast, etc., in order to be easier the visualization of this kind of images. And talking about the software, the Navify Digital Pathology solution is a fast, simple, and powerful, intuitive web-based application, not only to see the images, also for manage all the case for a patient. This software not only permits to manage the images, I already said, this software, for example, permits to share these images in real time with colleagues that are ubicated or located in different countries, in different cities, because when a case is complex, when the pathologist has a complex case, it's very important to have a second opinion, for example, or an opinion of a pathologist that is expert in this kind of cancer, etc. Then we have these images in the cloud, and it is very easy to share and to work together in a single image. Okay, and for sure, this software is driving innovation with high medical value algorithms bringing through artificial intelligence that are developed by Roche, but also for third-party partners. This is the idea to have an open environment, an open system in which we can share also the innovation with more companies and with different persons interested in these algorithms. And finally, the solution brings not only the capability to see the image, to share the image, to perform some tasks. The idea is to use artificial intelligence and other tools and other processes in order to support more strongly to the pathologies, for example, to count how many cells are different, to analyze a piece of the image, a piece of the sample that is different than another one, and uses algorithms to bring more information and probably to bring a first diagnostic of what is happening with this patient. For sure, the pathologist will determine if it is the correct way of ask for another information and finally define the diagnostics. But these solutions, these tools really support the task that the pathologist is performing in order to bring a better and precise diagnostics to the customer. This is the solution, Navify, that I would like to share with you. The goal at the end is to do more with the less resources that we have, to do it faster in order the patient get a response faster and a treatment on time, and to be more precise in the diagnostic, because as many of you know, right now, the patient deserves a specific diagnostics to have a personalized treatment. It's not like in the past that everybody receives the same treatment. Today, we need to be very specific with the diagnostic to perform the personalized medicine, the personalized treatment to cure the disease of this patient. Then what is happening is that we see a bright future for digitalization, for using artificial intelligence and other tools in the pathology lab in order to improve the patient care. That is finally the main goal. No? And support, for sure, the pathologists that are the experts, the person who define the diagnostic at the end. Don't be afraid of this innovation. The idea is to support, to help, and not to replace the person, the specialist, the pathologist, the oncologist that work for the patient. And that's my presentation. Thank you for hearing me, and I come back to you, Tatiana.
Thank you for your presentation, Gonzalo. Now I have a question. Is this new technology already implemented in Latin America as well, or will it be? Is it on the way?
Perfect. Thank you for your question, Tatiana, because it's very important to say that this innovation tool, this innovation proposal is already working around the world and is already working in Latin America. I have seen that we have already 46 scanners working around the Latin America. That's a great news for sure, because we see how the hospitals, the pathologists are implementing these solutions. We have 46 scanners. We have almost 20 licenses operating for supporting the patients. Almost in every country in Latin America, especially in Mexico, Brazil, the first ones, in Chile, and also in Ecuador and Peru that I am representing here. We have already solutions working in Peru and Ecuador.
I'm actually taking a question from Jean-Luc Perrault, who is watching. Where are these scanners available? And where is the competition in that field?
Well, the scanners are available in Roche has presence in many countries around the world, in many countries in Latin America. If you need more information on get a scanner, we don't sell the scanner, we sell the solution. We bring the solution with a consultancy team, with an analysis of what is needed for a specific customer. The idea is to bring a solution in which the part of them is the scanner, but together with all the digital pathology solution. But everywhere in the world, you have an office of Roche that is in charge of contacting and supporting for these solutions.
Thank you, Gonzalo. We'll see about the other questions later. I would now like to welcome Rosario Muli. It's nice that you could finally connect. Warm welcome to this panel. As I already said, you are from 3MA, and your topic today is secure instant messaging, the cornerstone of a successful cybersecurity strategy. Obviously, a topic that concerns each and every person on this earth, I would imagine. Now, how about you start your presentation and then we'll take it from there. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. From here in Mexico, good afternoon in Switzerland. Sorry for the confusion. I'm traveling and, you know, technology sometimes doesn't help. I will like to share my screen. Let me see if it's working. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Well, as Tatiana was mentioning, 3MA is a Swiss company that we focus in secure instant messaging for companies. I am responsible for the whole America and Iberia market development based in Switzerland. And yeah, my message today is to share with you the importance of having a secure channel for communicating. And I would like to start sharing some numbers about the situation in Latin America. It is a fact that Latin America is in huge danger, and is mainly because, in the case of Mexico, because it's close to US, but it's also because of the lack of implementation of regulations. There are some countries that have implemented some data protection regulation, like Chile or Colombia, Peru. Nevertheless, they are not enforced properly. In the other hand, we have the cyber criminals, sorry, difficult word, that are having at the moment almost unlimited capital. It is mentioned that they have also more capital than the narco traffic worldwide. That means each time the cyber attacks are more sophisticated, and is making it more difficult for companies to realize that there is a cyber attack. Therefore, it is basic or essential to protect the communication from your company. It is a fact that we spend by today most of the time, or almost 40% of the time, working using communication channels, like now, having a video conference, sending emails, or sending instant messengers. And it is also understandable that our employees can make a mistake, right? Sending a file to the wrong person. And like this, we are opening the door to cyber criminals. There are many kinds of different well-known attacks, like phishing, that is through an email or a message, smishing through an SMS, or phishing through a video conference. And as I mentioned, it is almost sometimes impossible to realize that it's a fake message. That's why it's very important for corporations to reduce or close the doors to the
Rosario, we lost your audio. We can't hear you. We can't hear you, Rosario. Now, what's happening today? There's no tone in the video. Can you switch on the tone, please? Hello?
Now?
Yeah, now the audio is back.
It's better now?
Yes, we can hear you now. There was silence
It's
throughout
not my
the
day
video
today.
and before, but it's okay now.
Okay. Well, basically, in the video we can see several uses of the application, the work. As I mentioned, it's understandable that our employees are using WhatsApp, for example, to communicate, which is not aligned with the regulations. So, talking about Trima, we are a Swiss company based in Pfäffikon in the Zurich Lake. The company has more than 10 years of life and it was created by security by design, really with the goal to secure the information. By now, we have more than 8,000 companies. We are the market leader in the European market. And we have several nice cases like the police, the whole police in Switzerland is communicating through Trima app, the army. We have the German bank. We have several cities. And in fact, all the companies that are communicating are potential customer for us. As I mentioned, in Europe, we have very strict regulations. If a company doesn't have a secure communication tool, they have to pay around 2% of their yearly profits as a penalty. This is very strict regarding data privacy. That's why our main focus is public sector. In fact, in Latin America, we are in talks with several police departments of several countries, which I'm not allowed to mention due to data privacy. But it is a fact that it is a very innovative and strong tool that is required in Latin America. Here are some examples, and also the tool is very versatile. For example, the Swiss Army, they wanted to have the storage of the information in Switzerland. That means because if you have another tool or communication tool and your information is stored in US, the Cloud Acts apply. That means the American government can require to have access to your information. And of course, the Swiss police doesn't want to have this. The Swiss Army, sorry. The Swiss police can communicate in different cities or different cantons, and we can manage to have, even they have their own server, they can exchange information together. And like this, we have also, for example, several schools where the teachers can communicate with the students in a secure and anonymous way, because that's another characteristic of TRIMAC work, that you don't need to have a video phone number nor email address. That means you can be anonymous, and like this you can protect your private telephone number and exchange, for example, with providers or students. A very interesting case is the Swiss Alpine Rescue Team. That's a team that is rescuing people in danger in the mountains. And what we do with them is they can connect through their own servers, for example, all the information regarding helicopter rescue, maps, protocol, what to follow. And they send the information to our secure channel. Like this, when the people, for example, they go to rescue someone in a mountain through an helicopter, they receive the map, they receive the persons that are in charge in the emergency, and they can exchange information regarding the person that is in charge with the doctors, for example. Here is a very small comparison why we are an innovative tool. We are the only secure business messenger for companies. We have some other tools like WhatsApp, Signal, and Telegram that they say to be secure communication tools, but they are only for private users. They cannot be configured for large groups. For example, we have Mercedes-Benz with 110,000 employees, and we can create different chats for different areas and separate that people cannot communicate with other people. So it's a very powerful tool. And we also have cooperation tools like MS Teams, which are not encrypted end-to-end and nevertheless are not safe for communication in the company. We also like to highlight that where the information is hosted. In fact, we save very few data, and this data is only safe in our cloud in Switzerland, and other communication tools are safe in US and some even in Russia. So that is telling us how dangerous is to use those free communication tools and not paying attention on the communication the communication tool we are using. As I was mentioning, one of our core competences is that we can manage the tool. In the background, we can define administrators who can say, for example, I will allow my employees to share information, to communicate with people out of my company, to have a video call, to send a message. We have around 35 parameters, and the security by design of the application follows all the protocols, is open source. That means everyone can see the configuration is full end-to-end encrypted. That means when I send a message, it's encrypted, and the people who receive the message can only be read by them. That's why is for the corporation the responsibility to offer a tool for the employees to communicate, because of course our employees can say, yeah, but why I have to use another application? The best way to communicate is through WhatsApp. But nevertheless, this is very unsafe, and I would like to raise a question at the moment. Who of you has not yet heard of being hacked through WhatsApp? Just think about how latent is the problematic by today. We have 3 business solutions. We have Trima Work for companies. We have Trima Red for corporations, and everything is managed through the Trima Broadcast. That is the tool to send, for example, bots to create, send files to the whole company. That means, for example, human resources can send the invoice, our salary invoice through Trima Work, making a connection from the server, from software, and send it to each employee in a secure way. Yeah, that's several kinds of use. For example, if your company is having trouble with using WhatsApp, that we can be a supplement for them. If you use MS Teams, you can use it internally and to communicate and exchange sensitive information. Then you can complement it with Trima Work. In case you have a cyber attack and your servers are down, you can continue communicating through Trima Work that offers you the business continuity. Or if you want to only that your board of directors, for example, communicate through Trima Work to exchange information, that's another use case. Yeah, in fact, my message today is that the solution is very simple. To close the door to cyber attacks is to implement a secure corporate instant messenger and to eradicate the use of daily free messages. Yeah, that's only to be aware of the regulations that we have in Europe. It's not only about data protection. We also have for critical infrastructures and for financial for the financial sector. That means as Latin America is following very close the regulations in Europe, to be aware that these kind of regulations may come also in the short term. Yeah, that's my contact information. Thank you very much. And again, please apologize. Technology is not today in my side.
Thank you very much, Rosario. Well, let's hope this was not a hack that you suffered at the beginning, but just some technical glitch from Zoom. Now, while you were speaking, I just had this question on my mind. How can you prevent that, for example, a criminal organization, some cyber criminals actually contact Trima and get their hands on your technology so that they can communicate amongst themselves in a sort of discreet way? Do you vet the organizations that approach you, or do you choose them before actually before offering them this kind of secure messaging? How do you do that?
Yeah, actually, Trima Work is only for corporations. That means you have to have a corporate email to subscribe. We also, yeah, I mean, we cannot avoid that someone is buying in the individual application. We have certain filters, of course, to realize that the application is used properly. But we don't have any access of the communication that is exchanged. For example, if the police is coming and asking our support to identify who is behind this ID, it is not possible for us. Regarding the cyber criminals, they cannot enter our cloud or our server, because it's very high protected. We have 2 servers, and we also participate regularly and proactive in hackathons. That means people try their best to hack our servers, and this has not been yet succeed. So when you have when the company have trust us to use our server as back for their information, it is almost impossible that the information can be stolen.
Almost impossible. Okay, let's hope so. Thank you, Rosario. Now we look forward to the presentation of Dr. Gesabel Navarro from Demeter Nanotechnologies. Please go ahead.
Good afternoon. You can see my presentation.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Gesabel Navarro, and I am delighted to present to you today on behalf of Demeter Nanotechnologies, Inc. Our company is the forefront of innovative agricultural solution, focuses on sustainable practices that benefit farmers and the environment alike. In today's presentation, I will share how our cutting-edge technologies and products are revolutionizing modern farming and helping farmers meet today's challenges. We understand that agriculture faces numerous issues such as climate change, soil degradation, and pest resistance. Our goal is to offer solutions that are not only effective, but also sustainable for the long term. Demeter Nanotechnologies Inc. is a leader in the development of innovative agriculture solutions. We are a strong team from farmers, bikers, scientific, and entrepreneurs. Our team is composed of experienced farmers, bikers, scientific, and who collaborate to create effective and sustainable products. Our co-founder is an experienced hydroponic and coffee farmer, and our current technical director is Margot Fuentes, has over 16 years of expertise in microbial research. Together, we focus on development commerce gel formulation that are both organic and highly effective. Our mission is to support farmers in producing healthier, more resilient crop while reducing reliance of chemical pesticides. Our experts, we use microorganisms as natural enemies to pests and pathogens for prevent biological control, reducing their harmful effect on plants. Our gel formula GW, we implement nanotechnologies to increase the effectiveness of the product's better application with less quantity. Why is popular? Easy handling, GW water soluble gel, easy to apply, does not require a special equipment, homogeneous, and low shelf life. Why biological control? Environment friendly, no resist is generated, compatible with the use of some chemical, minimum toxicity for people who apply it, or days of residuality and is the future. Modern production facilities, clean rooms, epoxy floor, stainless steel equipment, coast-made equipment, and industrial site autoclave. Our flagship products include antagonistic fungi, for example, nanostinger 10GW is a microbial fungicide. For example, Trichoderma asperellum, Trichoderma harzianum, and entomopagionetic fungi, for example, Nanomix 10GW is a microbial insecticide with Beauveria bassiana, Metarhizium ansioply. And Nanostil 10GW is a microbial nematicide with the Phacenomyces liliaceus. These products leverage beneficial microorganisms to combat pests and disease, reducing to the need for harmful chemicals. By employing these natural enemies, we provide preventive biological control that is safe for both plants and environments. Our research and development teams work tirelessly to identify and cultivate effective microstrains, ensuring that our products deliver maximum efficiency. Our health formulations are designed to maximize efficiency and ease of use. The content and high concentration of active ingredients, reducing the amounts of the raw material needed. The stability of the gel ensures that microorganisms remain viable longer, leading to quick activation and effective burns. Our products also compatible with the other or chemical, making their versatile addition to any agricultural remedy. Environment, one the core principle at the Demeter Nanotechnologies is sustainability. We are dedicated to addressing global warming and reducing the release of chemical pesticides. Our product help protect vital natural resources, such as water, soils, and fauna, by promoting healthy ecosystems. Additionally, our formulations are organically certified, meeting a strict international standard. By using our products, farmers can contribute to a more sustainable agriculture practice to preserve the environment for future generations. In conclusion, Demeter Nanotechnologies is dedicated to providing innovative, sustainable solutions that help farmers overcome today's challenges. Our micro products, advanced gel formulation, and commitments to environment stewardship set apart in the industry. We build that by working together, we can create a more sustainable and products future for agriculture. Thank you your first attention. Please feel free to contact us for more information. Our team is always ready to assist you in the implement our solution and supporting your journey towards sustainable farming practices. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Navarro, for your presentation. Maybe you can stop sharing your screen and come back on the camera so we can see you. Your products are game changers in the agricultural and environmental domain. At least that's what it sounds like. Can you tell us more about how they might work in areas which have a completely different climate. For example, in colder or drier regions, is it easy to export these products, or do you have to, is more research necessary to develop products that are more adapted to colder or drier regions? I understand Panama is quite humid and hot. So how does it work if you want to export to another part of the world? Hello? You're on mute.
Oh.
Yeah.
The products we can prepare for need depends for the area or regions. If you do one adaptation for the, in general, we are in region in the area principal America Center, for example, with the Guatemala, Salvador, República Dominicana. We are also actively working on registering our products in new countries. Nicaragua, Honduras, for example.
Okay, thank you. I would like to get another round of questions going. Gonzalo, back to you. Now, 2 years ago, LATCAM hosted a webinar which was offered by Roche, our patron Roche, about Movement Health 2030 and the important contribution that Roche is making together with the Copenhagen Institute for Future Studies to transform the world's health systems. From your perspective, how much has changed in 2 years thanks to AI and machine learning? And how do you anticipate that AI will impact future development in the health sector, let's say in the coming 5 years or so?
Thank you, Tatiana. Yes, for sure, we are still working in the Movement 2030, and the goal is to improve the healthcare systems in our countries. And it is working. As all we know, it is a topic of time as well, because it's not so easy to change and very complex ecosystem as healthcare is. The artificial intelligence, I think, will be a relevant player in the future of the healthcare. As in all industries, the artificial intelligence is bringing a lot of tools, a lot of knowledge, and how to do things better, how to do things faster, how to measure and compare parameters, etc. And in the healthcare industry and the healthcare environment, I think it will be a relevant player, not only the artificial intelligence, all related to the digital solutions, transformation, and so on. We are saying, like in the example that I presented, how artificial intelligence is capable to support, strongly support to the pathologists to get more information and to better define a diagnostics. But it is only just a part of what is doing the artificial intelligence in the healthcare system. The artificial intelligence is also supporting the creation of new treatments, for example, and that something that is very complex and very long in the time. And then I think every time the artificial intelligence will be more relevant. For sure, we have to be careful with the ethics and with the management of the artificial intelligence, but I think that all this technology and innovation well managed and with a purpose of doing good things, doing something for the patients will be very valuable.
Thank you very much. Question for you, Rosario. Let's say I'm the leader of a company or organization. How can I identify potential flaws that make it vulnerable to cyber attacks? What do I have to watch out for most of all?
Yeah, of course, there are a lot of technology that you can implement to have firewalls. There are, for example, to access your information with VPN, double identification factors. But most important, I believe, is to have prevention tools in order to close the door, to really eradicate the use of free tools, to make our employees aware of the danger that it represents, because especially here in Latin America, we can believe it's not a problem until it happens. But unfortunately, when it's a situation, it's not just very costly, it's also a stop of your factory, for example, but also is a matter of reputation. And if you are in the news and your company, I don't know, recently was a bank here in Mexico, or the military secretary of defense, if they are hacked, you as a citizen, what can you expect of an organization that is not protected in the data? So summarizing, I think, is to prevent, to implement tools, and to make your employees aware of that using secure tools is not just for the companies, also for themselves to be safe.
Okay, works for me. Thank you very much. Dr. Navarro, last question for you. You mentioned the various team players, the farmers, the scientists, the bankers, the entrepreneurs. How do they typically interact? Can you tell us more about how they work together? Who is the chicken? Who is the egg? Where do you start? Is it the scientists who first develop a formula because they think of sustainability? Is it the farmers who have a problem with their crop due to insects or fungi or pathogens? Where does it start? How does it work together? You're on mute. You're on mute. You're on mute. Let me see if I can unmute you. No, I can't. We lost Dr. Navarro. Well, let me direct a very quick question to Gonzalo and Rosario. just in 2 words, what is your boldest vision? What do you wish for your line of work to happen most of all? Gonzalo, go ahead.
Thank you, Tatiana. For me, I think we can bring innovation with a purpose. This is the message. No, we can bring innovation to do a lot of things, and I'm very proud to bring innovation in my country, in my region, through Roche capabilities to support people and to save lives.
Thank you. Rosario.
Yeah, from my side, it's quite similar to Gonzalo. I am very aware that Swiss technology is very developed, and I also see the need in our region to protect, and I think is to close this gap and be able to provide this technology that is proved, that is weapon proved, and in order to reduce the cyber criminality, is a very interesting goal that I'm taking to evangelize and make the people aware. That's really my goal. It's not just to sell and expand. I'm from my heart believe that is really a very important topic to reduce criminality in the region.
Absolutely. Thank you very much, Rosario. Well, I don't know whether we have lost Dr. Navarro. Will she come back? Are you there? No, doesn't seem to be the case. Well, let me then close this session. It has been a very fascinating hour with an incredible amount of different aspects coming together. And I would like to thank you, our wonderful panelists, Dr. Navarro, Rosario Muli, and Gonzalo Arias, for your insightful and compelling contributions and for making time available in your busy agendas to be with us today. A truly enjoyable moment, a powerful moment. Thank you all so much. I also would like to thank again my colleagues from the Swiss chambers in Ecuador, Panama, and Peru for selecting and inviting our panelists and for helping me with the preparation. Dear viewers, I hope that you found this session as enjoyable and interesting as I did. Thank you for connecting today. As usual, we will have the recording uploaded on our YouTube channel, LATCAM Switzerland, shortly. You will also receive a Zoom inquiry tomorrow. In case some questions come up and have not been answered yet, I will be very pleased to redirect them to the respective panelists. I hope that you will join us again at the next opportunity, which will no doubt be after the Swiss summer break. Until then, be safe, all the best, and goodbye.
Goodbye.